My 23F mother, 55F, is having an affair with my uncle, 55M. Hi Reddit. I need some advice with this. My dad passed away last year, 56, quite suddenly, and my mom has not been grieving well at all. I really do feel bad for my mom. While my dad was a very caring and kind person, he was an alcoholic for their entire marriage, 30 years. My mom basically took care of him and did everything for him day in day out. She more or less raised me and my two siblings. My dad was self-employed and provided for us and truly did care for us, but his addiction led him to be absent and unreliable. My mom never got the life she deserved, but being from an Asian background, a wife's life typically revolves around her husband. My uncle and dad worked together since they came to the country 30 years ago, and my uncle was always around when we were growing up. He has a wife and two kids of his own, roughly my age. I grew up with my cousins and thought of them as siblings until we were in high school/university and discovered our own interests and found our own friend groups. So getting into the actual dilemma here. My mom and uncle have been seen holding hands and being intimate by myself, my brother, 26M, a handful of cousins/other aunts/other uncles. This has been going on a little over a year. When he leaves after dinner, my mom and uncle always say goodbye outside. I constantly walk in on them whispering. The majority of the family knows my uncle is over almost every night and has dinner with us. On top of it, he spends his weekends doing renovations at our house. The secret is out and everyone knows. My uncle's wife visited another member of our family in tears and confessed she knew her husband was cheating but couldn't confront him and destroy her family. My mom constantly makes herself to be a victim for the way her life turned out and gets me to sympathize with her. She is embarrassing herself and disrespecting my dad, my aunt, and the rest of my uncle's family. She is dragging her name and reputation through the mud. I'm not sure how to handle this. Like I mentioned earlier, we're from an Asian background, so this is extremely taboo and shameful. It is seen as much worse than Western culture. Do I confront her? Do I confront them both and tell them that everyone knows what they're doing? Both of my siblings live out of state, so I will have to pick up the pieces and try to find a way to live with my mom afterwards. TLDR, my mom is having an affair with my married uncle. His wife knows. The majority of the family either knows/has suspicions. Do I confront her?